Today, we are diving into 10 tiny habits that can help you to tap into your feminine energy. These are not big routines or major lifestyle changes. In fact, these are small intentional shifts that has personally helped me to live my life in alignment with natural rhythm, which has in turn helped me to feel more grounded and open. So let's get into it. It is very easy to fall into the trap of thinking, I should do this or I have to do that. These phrases might seem harmless, but the energy they carry can weigh you down. When you constantly live in shoulds, you place yourself in a cycle of pressure, guilt, and performance. It creates this quiet but constant tension that you're never doing enough, you're always behind, and trying to catch up with some invisible standard that you have set for yourself. When you shift your inner dialogue from I should do this to I get to do this, you replace obligation with opportunity. It turns burden into a blessing, and you move from a space of I am forcing myself to do this to I choose to do this. And with that choice, your feminine energy starts to open up. This shift is not about denying that some things are hard and uncomfortable, but it is about meeting them with softer energy. Feminine energy is not at all about pretending that everything is light and easy, but it is about how you approach the moment. You can use this mindset shift in so many parts of your day. Instead of saying, I have to go for a walk, try saying, I get to move my body. Instead of saying, I have to attend this meeting, try saying, I get to show up and contribute. It does not mean that you'll suddenly love every task, but you'll definitely show less resistance towards them. This language shift also helps you to reconnect why you're doing what you're doing. I should do this often disconnects us from our intention and becomes about meeting an expectation. But I get to do this brings you back to the present moment and gently reminds you that you have a choice. You're not just ticking things off your checklist, but you're showing up for your life more intentionally. It also rewires how you talk to yourself, because the way you speak, especially in your mind, determines how you feel. If your internal voice is always harsh, demanding, or critical, that's the energy you'll embody. But if it is soft, supportive, and encouraging, that's the energy you begin to radiate outwards. One of the simplest ways to shift into your feminine energy is to give more compliments, especially to other women. When you consciously notice beauty in another woman and take a moment to appreciate it, you shift your focus from comparison to celebration. It is powerful because it trains your mind to notice beauty rather than falling into the trap of jealousy and competition. Feminine energy thrives in appreciation. And when you share that appreciation, you create warmth and connection both for you and the person who is receiving it. It's in those simple things like you really look happy today or that color looks amazing on you. These are not just empty words, but they are moments of recognition. And also it reminds you that somebody else's beauty does not take away from yours. In fact, it expands. And when you make another woman feel seen, the smile on her face becomes a mirror. It reflects back the power of your kindness. And this habit just does not benefit others, but it also rewires your own mindset. If you have ever caught yourself mentally judging someone, whether it is how they dress, speak, or show up, it is not because you are a bad person, but it is because it is just a conditioning. But complimenting others is a powerful way to retrain your mind. Instead of scanning for flaws, your mind starts to scan for beauty, and that subtle shift makes a huge difference in how you feel. So I invite you to make this a daily micro habit. Compliment one woman a day, whether it is your family member, your friend, or a stranger. Speak with intention and receive her joy as your own. It took me a while to practice saying no. As women, we are conditioned to say yes to everything, be agreeable, and always be helpful. But feminine energy does not come from being the nice girl. It comes from being authentic. And authenticity sometimes means saying no. It means honoring your own limits even when it is uncomfortable. Saying yes out of fear of disappointing others or fear of missing out will eventually leave you feeling drained. I've had moments where I've said yes to something I really didn't want to do, like taking on an extra task or going to an event that I really didn't have energy for. And I ended up feeling exhausted. Imagine your energy as currency. So before saying yes, ask a few questions. Will this choice energize me or drain me? Does it align with my current goals? Do I have the emotional bandwidth? This mental checklist slows you down and keeps you in control of how you invest your energy. Saying no respectfully is not rude, but it is clarity. You can simply say, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I won't be able to help you with that right now." Or "I am at my full capacity at the moment." Every time you say no to something that does not feel aligned, you are saying yes to your own energy. Feminine energy does not rush, but it simply flows. One of the most beautiful feminine energy is simply slowing down. And I don't mean dropping everything or doing nothing, but it is about doing things with more presence. Whether it is about brushing your teeth, making breakfast, or sipping your tea, do it slowly with intention. Let it be a moment instead of just a task to check off. Another beautiful way to slow down is by going on slow walks with no phone, no distractions, just you and your surroundings. It makes you more mindful of your environment and helps you to appreciate the little details which you might otherwise overlook. When you slow down, you become more receptive and more intuitive. That's where your feminine energy lives, in the spaces between the doing. I know asking for help might feel like you're not being independent enough, but it is that one feminine habit that can actually make your life way easier. You don't lose your independence by receiving help from others. In fact, you give them opportunity to be kind to you. We are all human beings and we naturally connect with each other on a deeper level. So when someone is willing to help you, receiving that help is feminine in itself, because by allowing it, you're not just accepting support but also appreciating it with gratitude. We live in a culture that praises self-made story, but here's the truth. No one is truly self-made. Even the most successful people had mentors, supporters, team members, family, friends, or even strangers who believed in them at some point. The more you look into anyone's story, the more you see that behind every solo success, there is this invisible network of people offering help, encouragement, and support. Sometimes we hold ourselves back from asking for help because we do not want to cause inconvenience to others. But think about this. Have you ever felt deeply fulfilled by offering help to someone? Maybe it made you feel more trusted, connected, or just good about yourself. When you don't allow others to help you, you are actually robbing them of that same fulfillment. So stop considering asking for help as something weak, because it is not. It is a soft power that we all carry within us. Feminine energy is all about openness, whether it is mental, energetic, or through your body language. When you're listening to someone, try doing it with an open mind, free from judgment or criticism. That kind of presence naturally makes others feel safe when it comes to sharing their thoughts or their ideas. Your body also speaks, so pay attention to your posture. Relax your shoulders, open your jaws, and keep your hands open. These small shifts carry the energy of softness and allows you to stay in a receiving state. Feminine energy is deeply creative, not in big artistic sense, but in small soulful ways we bring life to things. Try creating something with your hands. Bake, paint, write a letter, arrange flowers, or decorate your space. I recently made a birthday card for my friend and I thoroughly enjoyed the process. Choosing the colors, writing the message, and putting my energy into something that was meaningful to me. It reminded me that Creativity does not have to be perfect to be powerful. When you create with your hands, you connect with your intuition. You express yourself without overthinking. That's feminine energy in motion. Letting go the need of perfection is one of the valuable feminine traits. When we constantly strive to be perfect, we miss out on the beauty of the process, the learning, the growth, even the fun that comes with being imperfect. Yes, sometimes we want things to be perfect, but when you release the pressure to be perfect, you give yourself the freedom to evolve. You allow space for mistakes, creativity, and real progress. Because perfectionism might look like ambition on outside, but deep down it is rooted in fear. Fear of being judged or fear of failure. Nothing we do will ever be 100% perfect, and that's okay. Holding on to the idea of perfection only creates stress and it blocks you from fully experiencing the moment. Dressing up does not mean you have to wear gowns or be overly dressed all the time. It simply means wearing outfits that resonate with your energy and your comfort. Dressing up helps you to embody feminine energy because it signals to your brain that you deserve to take time and to invest in your appearance. Many times we keep clothes for special occasions and do not put much effort to look put together on daily basis. But by dressing up every day, you remind yourself that you are worthy of wearing pretty clothes. Now, you don't have to wait for a special occasion or for others to notice it. Dressing up is also a form of art and it gets expressed through how you choose to present yourself. Keeping your space clean declutters your mind. Your surroundings often reflect your mental state. I was reading this book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and in this book, the author shares some simple yet powerful tips for organizing your space and letting go items that you no longer use. Whether it is books, clothes, or random items, the method she suggests is to hold each item and ask to yourself, does it spark joy? And if the answer is no, then it's the time to either donate it or throw it away. She also includes some of her famous folding techniques, and when I started to use them, I noticed that my space began to feel more lighter and more peaceful. A clean space truly helps you to live with ease. So these were 10 micro habits to cultivate feminine energy. Thanks for watching and take care.